You know, being a fan of track and field and athletics is kind of difficult during the winter months. Next to nothing actually happens aside from an indoor season race and maybe one or two late season marathons, but other than that, you're left in the desert waiting for more track meets in the upcoming year. And I'm happy to say that finally we have a lot of amazing things just around the corner. We've already had a lot of new information come out. We've had the 2023 Boston Marathon fields officially announced. We've got the indoor season just days away in the NCAA, but I'm not here to talk about either of those things. I'm here to talk about the Houston Marathon and Half Marathon that is going down this weekend in Texas. So the real reason that I'm so interested in this race is not just because we have many incredible athletes, including multiple Olympic gold medalists, but there is a real possibility that we could see the American record in the half marathon go down, which actually goes all the way back to 2007. Now for this 2007 half marathon race, we saw Ryan Hall run a time of 59 minutes and 43 seconds, and this record has stood for 15 years now. And the athlete that a lot of people have their eyes on this year to break this record potentially is Conner Mantz from the United States. Now Mantz comes into this race with a lot of momentum. He is a two-time NCAA champion from 2021. Last year he also debuted at a marathon and ran a 2-hour and 8-minute performance, which is one of the fastest marathon performances ever. But looking at the half marathon right now, it really does look like this is the perfect time for Mantz to potentially break this record, which is one of the longest standing American records in road racing. Now since this time, Ryan Hall has done what most distance runners do not do, and he has put on about 50 pounds of pure muscle, so it's pretty drastic from the type of athlete that he used to be. So suffice it to say, this record has stood for a long time for a reason, because it is quite impressive. And even though we do see many athletes break the 1-hour barrier in the half marathon every year, we don't see it from American athletes, so this is a real opportunity for Conner Mantz to cement himself as one of the best road racers and distance runners in the United States. If Mantz wants to break Ryan Hall's American record, he'll have to run this half marathon at a pace of 4 minutes and 33 seconds per mile, or 2 minutes and 49 seconds per kilometer. This is fast, but I think that Mantz actually is ready to do this, because he's got a 5,000 meter PR of 13:11, which he ran in 2022. He also ran a 10,000 meter personal record of 27:25, which he also ran in 2022. And he also has a solid half marathon PR of 1 hour and 55 seconds. And he ran that all the way back in 2021, just months after his very long NCAA season. I think he's got a really good shot, and Houston is certainly a fast race because it's flat and it usually brings out some pretty good competition. And speaking of other competition, this Houston half marathon is absolutely stacked to the gills with great athletes. Now, I don't know if you remember this or not, but last season, American records in the half marathon and in the marathon were both achieved in Houston, and since that time, Emily Sisson has broken them both, running a time of 2 hours, 18 minutes, and 29 seconds, and she is going to be in this race once again. I honestly think that she has a real opportunity to run something pretty spectacular in the half marathon, potentially getting into 1 hour and 6 minute territory, and maybe even 1 hour and 5 minute territory. And really, she's had some incredible momentum over the previous few seasons, so keep your eyes on her. And in addition to Emily Sisson, we also have an athlete that many consider the greatest female distance runner of all time, Tirunesh Dibaba from Ethiopia. Now, Dibaba is a 3-time Olympic gold medalist and a 5-time world champion, and she hasn't raced since 2018 after giving birth to a second child and then battling COVID-19. But according to many sources, she is finally ready to run again because she's in good shape and she's had a few good blocks of training. So I'm incredibly excited to see Dibaba race. She is just such a competitor, and with the nickname the Babyface Destroyer, she earned that nickname for a reason. She has incredible strength, and she also has incredible speed over the final 400, the final 200. Keep your eyes on her. And a few other key American athletes that are going to be in this race is Molly Huddle, who actually set the American record here in 2018. And we also have the world champion and Olympic bronze medalist, Jenny Simpson, who's going to make her half marathon debut in this race. We also have Edward Cheserek, King Ches, one of the greatest collegiate runners of all time, coming off a very impressive performance in last year's Valencia half marathon at 1 hour and 13 seconds. He's expressed that he thinks he's ready to break 60 minutes in the half marathon. So you know that when he is ready and able to run fast, he usually achieves something quite incredible. This field honestly is even more stacked than I realized, so I'll make sure to leave a link down below in the description of the full field on the men's and women's side for the half marathon. And it currently looks like the half marathon is the race to watch. Anyways, I just wanted to shed some light on this exciting race going down in just 4 days. And yeah, that's about it. See ya.